Welcome to One Grumpy Old Man and His Classics. Today, working on the Mercedes. Cool, blimey, the sun's just come out. Anyway, I like to do a bit of paintwork and tidying up of the Merc. Predominantly the bumper rubbing strip and the side rubbing strips, which have deteriorated slightly, and I think there's been a bit of paintwork in the past. So I want to tidy these up. So it will entail taking the front and the rear bumper off. Currently at the moment I'm stripping the bumper off. I've taken this bit of trim off, removed the bolts. Apparently the bumper should now just slide off, so they say. Should we give it a go? How wrong can it go? Let's see. Oh.
All my friends know the low rider. The low rider is a little higher.
Apparently there's only 3 bolts that hold this on, and it should slide off now. So let's give it a go. Well, the video I watched on YouTube showing you how to do this, I don't think they had mud flaps on, so I'm going to have to release them first. So I'll get back to you on that. Take 2. Mud flaps are off. Let's see if this will slide off now. There. Let's just go around the outside. Ooh. Yeah. Oh. Is that meant to just drop off? I think so. I don't know if you can see this on camera now. I might have to just lift it up. So the reason for taking the bumper off is because this insert comes out separately, but you can't get this out or get this off without removing the bumper for disassembly, because I want to just respray just this part, and I want to spray it off the bumper to make as good a job as possible. So there we go, there's the 5 glass polystyrene impact section of the bumper. Yeah, so once we get it all stripped down, I'll show you what it looks like. I've got to remove the trims off the doors, which again is quite a simple process and quite a clever one, really. Anyway, let's get the rest of it stripped down. I know the front bumper is going to give me a bit of grief because I've had that off before when I had to replace the condenser unit for the air conditioning. So I'll show you a bit more in a minute. Next, need to remove the door trims and the one on the wing. I'm not quite sure about the one on the wing, but I believe you've got to go in from the splash guard on the inner arch to get to that. But the doors are pretty easy to remove, actually. So you remove that screw and then actually slide the trim off. I'll show you. There we go. So literally just slide off. They've got like these slotted holes that hold them on, so once you release the screw, the doors slide off, which is pretty handy actually. Just go around and do the rest. Grumpy old man here. I'm proper fucked up at the moment. I've done a load of filming on me prepping and spraying the side trims and the bumper inserts, and my SD card on my other phone has got corrupted. Don't know how, don't know why. I'm not a tech guru, I'm a bit of a dinosaur really. I couldn't retrieve the files where I'd done all this filming, which I thought would have made good content. Seeing my videos are pretty rubbish mostly, and it would have been a good bit of filming, but shit happens, doesn't it? So I'm still assembling. I've only got the front bumper to do now, but I'll take you for a little trip around the car and show you what I've done so far. Not sure how well this is going to come out on camera, but I totally stripped these side trims off and removed the chrome, so I didn't have to do any masking up, and I've repainted all these darker grey parts, which have come up really well considering it's done with a rattle can, you know, base coat and clear coat. So I've just got to assemble the front bumper now. So the front bumper's still off the car, got a bit of assembly work to do. Got to replace this insert, and I'm going to change the fog lights while I'm at it, because I don't know how well this can be picked up on camera, but they've deteriorated and gone a bit dark in colour inside. I have got some new ones that I'm going to replace them with. These were quite reasonably priced actually. I think they were about £32 each, you know, and they're glass, not plastic, like the originals. Well, I say that, the originals are glass as well, so which is quite nice. So there's actually nothing wrong with these, they worked and done their job. But I just wanted to make it look better on the eye, if you know what I mean. So let's get these stripped out, replace them, clean this bit where the insert goes up, or clean the insert up where it fits, and get this fitted back on the car. Managed to remove these quite easily actually. It's literally held in by one self-tapping bolt, and it's located on these two pins. Quite an easy design really. So if you see what I was trying to explain, can you see like this one here, the chrome has deteriorated, and it's got this sort of, it's difficult to pick it up, but it looks like a reddy colour, which is probably the base of the reflector before it gets chromed. And then this is the new one, and it's night and day. You can see the difference in colour. Like my workbench, recycling bin. But anyway, so yes, new versus old, and yeah, it's just a little thing, but it just lifts the front bumper even more. I apologise if there's any wind noise here. I don't have a microphone or anything, just doing this all off my camera. I don't have all the fancy gizmos of proper filming equipment or anything, just doing this all off a camera. So there we go. So just remove that self-tapping bolt, and then literally just release these pins here. Just give them a little tweak up. If I can get it in the right place. There we go. They're not even a tight fit, so literally once it's released, and then that's the fog light out. So again, that one's, for me, that's toast. They won't get thrown away. These will get kept as spares, so I shan't be getting rid of them, even though they're not up to my quality standard, if you want to call it that. I'll just keep them as spares, as come in handy parts, if you know what I mean. We've all got come in handy parts, haven't we? Right, back on the wet. As you would have seen a few seconds ago, I've repainted the darker grey section of the trim all the way round, so you've seen that. There's still some more work that I want to, or I've got planned for the Mercedes, or the mighty Mercedes. Love this car. Anyway, so got a bit of an issue here where there's some rust starting to bubble just on the corner of that wing there, and there's just a very slight bit of scabbiness coming on the front part of this sill, and that's the same for both sides. So that's going to be another job coming up that I need to do. So I need to investigate that and just see how bad it really is. When we go around the other side in a minute, I'll give you a quick glimpse of what the other side's like. It's a bit worse than this. And then moving on to the engine bay, I seem to have a bit of a problem with my washers. So when I operate the washers, it just about dribbles out. So the motor's obviously working, but it's not squirting sufficiently for it to hit the screen. So this whole assembly, I don't think it's held in there by much. I think there's a bolt there that probably lifts out, but I need to take that out and we'll have a look, see what the pump's doing. Might need a new pump, I'm not sure. So, okay, I've just realised coming around this side, it's actually the previous side you've already seen is actually the worst side, but there is something going on here as well. There's a slight bit of bubbling going on here. It's not so visible, but it needs looking at and it's going to need a bit of attention, so we'll grind that back and see what's going on there. And there's just a little bit there and by the mud flap, so we'll attend to that. The seals have got this body shorts material on from factory, and I think possibly at this end it's getting a little bit thin. I don't know. Anyway, so what my plan is, I'm going to redo these seals to tidy it up, because you know this is quite a good looking car actually. It's quite a survivor, you know. This era of Mercedes weren't renowned for their rust proofing, so this is quite a survivor. So yeah, I'm going to redo them. Also on my list of jobs to do, I seem to have a bit of an issue with the rear window. So when I want it operate it to go down or up, it doesn't, because it's doing this. So something's happened inside on the mechanism. So I'm going to have to strip the door panel off. And you know what these cars are like, there's always a hidden screw or a hidden fixing somewhere. I don't have a manual for this car, so I'll just have to do it as I go along. I can't imagine it's going to be difficult, but yeah, so that door panel's going to have to come off, and I need to investigate why that is not doing its electrical thing that it should be doing, and
me operating it by hand, so that needs looking at. Which way? I think it's that way. You're not filming this, are you? I'm only filling the water bottle up. Putting some window juice in. So a better close-up of this washer bottle. So the pump is hidden right at the bottom, so there's no way of accessing this to get it off or anything. And like I said, I think it's just one bolt that holds this in, and maybe a locating pin down the bottom, I'm not sure. But anyway, the whole thing needs to come out so I can get to the bottom of this bottle to get the pump out. Okay. So, lastly, got a problem on this door. Nothing wrong with the window or anything, but it's the door panel itself. So, if we have a close-up of this, and this is quite a common problem on Mercedes. I don't know about more modern ones, but I know on late 80s and into the 90s, they had this problem where the panel, I'm not sure of the construction. Until I get the door panel off, I'm not actually quite sure how it's built up. But this, top of this door panel, should be down like that. So it should be flush. But it's not, you can see it's quite clearly come unstuck from the frame underneath. So it probably wouldn't bother many people, but it bothers me. So I'm going to strip the door panel off and re-glue that back down so it fits level. So that'll be the last job on the list. So once all these jobs are done, apart from keeping it nice and clean and shiny, oh no, I've just remembered there is one other. Got a little bit of lacquer peel on just on the top of the roof there. I don't know if you can see where my finger is. If you can see that lacquer peel. Now, I did have some lacquer peel on this last year, and I very carefully wet flatted it back with 1500 wet and dry, and managed to get it pretty level without going through the base coat. And I re-clear coated it, but quite clearly I didn't do a very good job because I've got this little bit there. So that'll be another job that I'll show you. Me just cutting it back just enough to get rid of the flaking clear coat, and just with the rattle can just re-clear coat it. Cut, 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 cut. Anyway, that's the end of this video. So I'd like to thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Any comments would be great. You know, I'd like to know, is it good, bad or indifferent? You know, click the notification bell. Yeah, I'd really appreciate that. And any feedback, you know, just let me know. So, you know, give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe even, you know, that would be fantastic. So, until next time, thanks for watching, bye. Right, garden, beer.